everybody, welcome back to the channel, and that's right, we're talking about GI Joe Classified series because Hasbro had their live stream today and they showed off in-hand picture or video of Colt Slither. And I gotta tell you, the band looks pretty cool. So if you're looking forward to San Diego Comic-Con or trying to get that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, I think it's gonna look pretty fantastic in that packaging. I wish they would have announced prices. I wish on every single one of these live streams they would announce what pricing is, but if they did, I feel like I missed it every single time. So I was a little bit surprised today because they did have leaked some of the reveals yesterday. So we kind of knew a couple of like Budo and the missile system we knew were coming out ahead of time, but they did launch. I was kind of surprised at the missile system. It's still basically like $75. And you know, you had basically, they talked about it like it was like super cool and blah, blah, blah. And I really love this. And even the guy said, this screams G.I. Joe to me.
And this screams G.I. Joe to me.
Yeah, because it's made for the G.I. Joe line. Anyways, you know, the only new thing in here is basically the figure. And probably a lot of that is rehash. So 75 bucks. I think they could have brought the price down a little bit considering that they printed it out and tried to sell it once before under the Cobra guys. So now it's basically like a repaint of the missile system, and you got the new Hawk figure. So that's pretty cool, but is it worth $75? You guys tell me in the comments. Anyways, we got Budo. He looks really cool. He's 35 bucks or $34.99. He's a deluxe figure. Comes with a boatload of stuff, man. That guy is really cool. And then you got the Ninjas that were the Hasbro Pulse exclusive. 55 bucks on Hasbro Pulse. When they launched, there was a little bit of miscommunication because they basically said noon and then 9 a.m. and then 1 o'clock and then 10 o'clock for everybody else, but everything was pushed back an hour and they got the times wrong. So it did confuse some people who were rushing to their website to buy those things. So hopefully they'll get that nailed out in the future. So anyways, they had, to my surprise, the police officer to go with the fireman and stuff like that, and I think that is super cool. The one thing that I wish that they would have done with that reveal, even though it was a digital render, I want to know if he has a regular police uniform underneath that vest. Like if you take off that vest, is he going to have a uniform with a badge on it? That I did not see, or that I'm not fully aware of. So if you know, let me know, because I think that would be super cool to have a guy in a regular uniform, because then you could probably be making a whole bunch of custom figures. Like if you like watching that show, The Rookie, or any other police show where a guy's walking around in his regular uniform. Because the tactical vest, although it's cool, is not how you would normally see them like on shows or in other media. So it will be cool if he's in the full uniform underneath. So anyways, they had a lot of reveals. Tell me what you guys think. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think that the missile launching system looks fantastic. The color scheme looks fantastic. The figure that it comes with comes fantastic. I just wish the price point was dropped down, considering that it's basically just a repaint of something that they previously put out. Now, they probably can't do that because it doesn't look like they sold enough of the previous one, because it's still available on Hasbro Pulse for 75 bucks. Anyways, the Budo looks like he sold out and the on Pulse right away, but you can still head over to Amazon as of this recording and grab them. And if you go look at my comments, I'm going to have all the links to my affiliates page where you could go and you could pick up any of the figures that are on Amazon if they're still available. Anyways, the missile system's still there. You can feel free to pick that up as well. I think it looks fantastic, and the fact that you could pull it with the Vamp is really cool. Now, that just means one more thing. They got to re-release the Vamp, because that thing is so hard to get now. And if you missed it, and you still might want it. So I think a Vamp coming out would be really, really cool. They did tease that YOJOE June, they're going to be doing a lot of reveals all month. And they said, see you next week and stuff like that. And they said at the end of the month, they were going to announce the HAsLab. This is different what they did last year, where they announced the HAsLab at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, normally they go for 45 days or so. So it makes me wonder, are they going to have two HAsLabs running concurrently, or is this one just going to be really, really short? Because if they launch it at the end of June, it'll be running during Comic-Con, and normally they wait for one to end before they bring another one up. So I would have suspected that they would have waited until Comic-Con, or they would have launched at the beginning of June, like today, so that it would have run its course before you got to Comic-Con, so they could make another big reveal there for Marvel Legends or Transformers or Star Wars or something like that. But anyways, we'll see how that turns out. Now, they did say it's cold or frosty or something like that as part of a clue. So it looks like it's probably going to be the Snowcat or something similar to a cold weather vehicle. So that could be kind of cool. I don't know if that's too much of a giveaway, because you know what? They probably could do something completely different that's made for the snow. But anyways, they did show the Off-Striker, and I think that looks pretty cool. And as you know, I did get this Gridiron Studios kind of version, and recently they came out with these new wheels, which are a little bit narrower, and I think it gives it a little bit cooler look. So anyways, I just wanted to show that off really quick and let you know there's other alternatives out there. I know that there's another one from Fans Hobby coming up that looks pretty good too. Anyways, tell me what you guys think of the overall reveals from Hasbro Pulse and the GI Joe Classified team, and are you looking forward to whatever else they got to show you throughout the month? And did you pick anything up? And do you think $75 is too much for that missile system considering it's a repaint? Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. As always, have a fantastic day.